The New York Mets got bad news yesterday. Steven Matz is having surgery. Here's the problem with the Steven Matz situation. They now say that he's pitched through pain all year. You know, Boomer said 3 months ago, there's something wrong with the kid. There's something wrong with the kid. And they, for 3 months, said there ain't nothing wrong with him. You know, it's mechanics, it's this, it's that. Now he has an irritant, I guess, in that ulnar nerve where you have the Tommy John surgery, and he's going to have another surgery.
Supposedly very similar to what Jacob deGrom went through last year.
So that ends his season. But, you know, the Mets, listen, I know every team does it to a point. You know, they kept sending that kid out there.
But they kept asking him, are you okay? You okay? You okay? And he kept saying, yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. This is the problem. Like, you know, I understand. You know, he's under a lot of pressure to go out to perform. He wants to wear the uniform. He wants to be on the mound. He wants the ball in his hands. And, you know, to a fault, they're all the same. Like whether it be Matt Harvey wanting the ball going out in the, you know, in the ninth inning of a World Series game, whether it be Steven Matz wanting the ball in a meaningless game in August, they want to be out there. I understand the mindset, but I always say the athlete is their own worst enemy. We put ourselves in situations that we shouldn't be putting ourselves into for two reasons, I believe. One is the insecurity of losing a job and losing an opportunity. And number two is because we want the respect of our teammates that we're going to go out there every day with them.
He's got my back, I got his back, he's all in.
So from my experience, and now that I'm older and I understand, and through all the experiences of playing with pain, playing injured, and why would you do it? Why, you know, we're our own worst enemies. Could you imagine if you went out there 3 games, pitched really well, then all of a sudden went to Terry Collins and Sandy Alderson and said, look, man, my arm just is not feeling right. And then all of a sudden the deluge of criticism that would come his way because he's often injured.
Sure.
And those are the things that, you know, athletes don't want to hear this. You know, I'm sure that Matt Harvey is completely sick and tired of reading, hearing, and seeing people talking about the injuries that he's had to endure and how he hasn't lived up to the expectations and blah, blah. It never ends.
Right.
So the same thing for Steven Matz. You know, as much as I totally understand what has happened to him, and I felt like watching him deteriorate over the last, you know, month and a half, I knew there was something wrong with him.
Yeah,
now the question is, what is it and where is it? Is it in the shoulder? Is it, you know, is it on the ulnar nerve?
They're saying it's an irritant with that ulnar nerve.
All right, so go in there, clean it out, and then, you know, again, it's a re-kick start for next year. And us Met fans, we have no choice but to think of next year, because that's unfortunately where we are right now, and that's the reality of it. And by the way, Curtis Granderson, I think, hit a grand slam last night.
Grand slam last night in the 7th inning. Yep.